Oh, wonderful. That is wonderful. Well, I sure appreciate you, Aaron, for joining us. And also, Stephanie, from the host perspective, you can record a session so that when you'll see a replay later, like we did on Periscope, you automatically were recorded. But here you have, the host will have to start a recording, which I just did during Aaron's comments. So a part of this blab will be saved for replay.
Is that what on the record is over here, or no?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So if you start the blab, you can record the whole session or a part of the session. The other thing that's interesting, I know you have a great following on Twitter. Just below where you see recording or recorded on the record, you'll see a tell a little bird.
Yeah.
That sends a message to Twitter. Right. Thank you so much, Mark.
Oopsie.
And
that's what happened.
Mark just sent us.
Just did that.
Yes, and I'm gonna favor it. So, yep. Thank you, Mark. I know you're listening in.
So he just tweeted it out. Mark just tweeted it out. Is that what he did?
He certainly did. Thank you, Mark. Yeah. And I favored it, so you'd see the button below turns yellow.
Oh yeah.
I favored his comment, and that's one way to get more followers. So once he's done that, you will see more persons, possibly his followers and our followers, join in, because it mentions who's on this blab. So your followers would probably see it.
Okay. So
with Aaron's and mine, and we'll be followed by other persons. So if we're talking about aromatherapy and we want to attract more oilers,
right?
There you go.
Right.
One way to bring them into the conversation. Okay.
Yeah, so like I was thinking like Sunday night we could call I know you probably have to put a title in just like we do on Periscope. Yes. I was thinking we could just call it, aromatherapy / essential oils community blab,
Fabulous.
That would be a great title, and then people, if they see that, they'll be like, oh, it's a community, and then we'll, everybody will join us. And what I would like to talk about, Pam, is kind of the difference between, not the difference between the different companies and what we do, because we're all kind of doing the same thing, but just what they're like, maybe policies and procedures. Like I said, that Periscope I got in the other day, somebody was really rude to me when I mentioned that peppermint was good for heartburn. They told me they're going to block me for saying that, because they're not, in their company, I guess they're not allowed to make those kind of recommendations, which I don't understand that. So like I was telling you, we need to be careful of who does come in the community, because, we're not going to have any fighting or people saying you can't say that or you can't do that. I would like to start our first blab with just finding out different policies and procedures from the different companies, so that we can kind of make sure that they understand that it's okay for my company to talk about that kind of stuff, and it's okay for your company to talk about that kind of stuff. But, and if they're not comfortable being in our community because they're not allowed to say that peppermint's good for heartburn, then they don't need to be in our forum,
Yes.
Because we are going to be talking about stuff like that,
Exactly.
So just kind of a get to know each other blab on Sunday night and each other's companies.
So policies and procedures and hangout, maybe.
Yeah,
okay.
Like just again, like a get to know each other's companies, what's the ins and outs of each other's companies, like why, who can say what and who can not say something. And because I don't want to go into Periscope or a blab and then be talking about essential oils and then say something that I'm not supposed to because their company doesn't allow it. Like me mentioning that peppermint's good for heartburn, they instead of being nice about it, we don't talk, we're not allowed to make those kind of, they just said, if you say one more thing about a medical term, if you use a medical term one more time, we're going to block you. And I was just like, I'm okay. I'll just leave the room.
I know what
so I want to make sure that we don't have those kind of issues on the blab forum,
Yeah.
We have control.
Go ahead.
Sorry. No, you go. Go ahead. Sorry. You go.
Yeah. Yeah, blab's based on for conversation reasons, and if someone doesn't like the conversation, they can just leave the blab.
Right.
But
And if they're rude, we can block them.
Right. Yeah. If they don't want to cooperate, you can just start block. You can block them, and then.
Okay.
Yeah.
My intention is not to block anybody, but at the same time, if they're trying to tell us, well, you guys can't talk about peppermint and that compatible, well, yes, we can, because our companies allow us to say, use medical terms, whatever. We're not saying that we're going to cure your heartburn. We're saying it's going to help relieve it. That's what my message was. And they took it right away. Like I was, as a doctor, saying, it cures heartburn. That's not what I said, So because I know that some companies have policies and procedures, even my own. You can't say my nutrition product is going to cure cancer, even though it has cured somebody's cancer. We're not allowed to say it cures cancer,
Right.
Because there's just things you say. So I just want to make sure that we just kind of like started off Sunday night. My thought is to just come in, get to know each other's companies, and just kind of focus. And then as time goes on, we'll talk about like what oil do you guys use that relieves helps with high blood pressure and that kind of stuff. We'll always talk about different things each Sunday, but I thought this Sunday being a new not Periscope, but new blab, that we would just invite people in from other companies to see if they want to participate in our forum, and also like maybe roll out our few rules of our blab, no bad bashing anybody else's company. You know what I'm saying? No, just respect, and stuff like that, so they don't get blocked.
That's already gone through, and people are known on Blab that not to say things, and plus you get everyone else who's on Blab coming in. It was interesting enough to get more people in here into that Blab. It may not be from the company, may not join, but you may have other people who are interested in that to ask me questions on things.
Right.
True, very true. Because what we want to do is make it a platform where they feel comfortable enough with us to ask questions and share, those who have experience to share, and also impart our knowledge on those who do not have knowledge or experience in the use of essential oils.
And to learn from each other, because like I cook with essential oils, and Pam is joining my Periscopes, and I may blab about it now. Once I get used to this, I may blab, how to cook with essential oils or something. This is the first time I've ever been on here. So, we're also learning from each other, and that's what me and Pam do. Like she talked about frankincense, and I might chime in and say, oh, it's also good for this, and something she may have not known, and said, oh, thank you. That's how we respect each other. But like I said, I was in this other group, and since it's just us, I think the three of us, I can mention it was Young Living. It was a Young Living company. And the minute I said, oh, peppermint's good for heartburn, they're like, if you say that anything else, I'm going to block you. And I was like, oh. I was actually quite taken back. That was one of Patty's friends, Pam. Patty had asked. I think you said you're on the same one, but then you left the scope, so you missed it. That was me. They were threatening. I'm like, well, that's a first. I'll just keep. And so even when you're scoping now, I was like, maybe I should just, I was going to suggest something, and I go, I don't even want to say nothing. Like I'm trying to take over anybody's scope. I'm just trying to be helpful.
You're welcome. You're welcome to say whatever you want, girl. I don't.
And that's what I want to express. That's what I want to express Sunday night, is that we're here to help each other. And if anybody joins that's not into aromatherapy or wants to learn, that could be a whole nother scope on another Sunday night. Hey, come learn from the pros from different companies. And if they want to find out more, they can contact one of us for more information, or go to one of our websites or whatever, just basically. And we want to allow everyone to be able to give their opinion. Like if you say, well, I think peppermint's good for heartburn, I'll say, well, peppermint's also good for relieving fevers. And then you might say, what else is good for heartburn? Marjoram, So,
Right.
and that's great. That's what I want to be able to do, to learn from each other and say, okay, I never tried that. You know, that's what I kind of want to talk about Sunday for whoever joins us, you know.
Here's Pierre trying to get in
again.
Yeah, I hope he gets in.
I know, right?
Oh my goodness. Well, he's trying. He's not in just yet. But
I almost gave up. I was like, I'm going to let you guys go because I know you're busy, Pam. You're getting ready for your thing tomorrow. And
Marjorie,
then
I mean, sorry, Stephanie,
he could tell right away I was not a happy camper. He's like, oh no, what's wrong now?
I can do it.
And now he's walking in the door.
I can do it from home. All the other stuff that needed to go on the outside has been done. The banner is working. I'm ready to go. So 8 a.m. tomorrow, I'll be doing an expo. But what I wanted to say is talking about essential oils in other environments and what I do as far as counseling persons suffering from anxiety and depression. And also I came across a couple people who've had an experience with suicide. And one of the warnings given to me yesterday was I spoke with someone who's been going through something, and on another blab and a forum, they were asking me, well, what do you do? And I said, well, I talk to people about depression, anxiety, and I recommend essential oils. And I said, I've also had the privilege to talk about persons who's experienced suicide. And they go, oh no, you don't do that. You're not a therapist. And I go, okay, thank you.
Right. That's what I'm saying, you know.
It was kind of...
Well, I do have a degree in psychology, so I could talk a little bit about that stuff. But yeah, it's funny how right away you're shot down. You're trying to be helpful, and right away somebody and I'm not used to that, you know. So that, like I said the other day on Periscope, that really took me by surprise, and I almost got a little angry about it. And I was just going to say, no need to block me, I'm leaving. But I thought, I'm just going to leave. I don't need to say anything, and I just won't join that group again, you know.
Okay.
Learn from your experience.
Erin is telling me I need to accept camera access. So how is that done?
From Pierre, because he's the one who's having problems getting in. You know, when you start the lab where it says you want to accept the camera, that's probably what's the problem.
And the click the check mark, right? The green check mark?
No. No, you have to have you accepted him in?
I did. The green check mark, yes.
Yeah, he has to accept the camera to be access the lab, to access his camera.
I wonder if he has a camera on his computer. Well, he must if it's asking.
Yeah, and it's on Chrome.
Johnny, you're in my
normally
blab.
at the top corner.
See?
I mean, actually, it's on this corner. Corner's backwards.
We got you. I'm going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay, and accepts camera access.
It says right now that you just logged in on Uvu.
Yeah, if it's the first time it's going on the blab, I have to accept the camera access.
Yeah, it asked me to do the same thing. You know, a little thing comes up and I hit yes, you know. Oh, so he says he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Log out again.
Maybe it's the Chrome. Why. You know, maybe he's got to do the Chrome thing too.
Google Chrome.
That's interesting. Yeah, so I could see him trying to get in. Is that what I was doing when I was trying to get in?
Yes, he's on like this. Wow. So what we can ask him, did you log out and log back into your system? I wonder.
Hold on, I need to read this. Oh, how? Okay. Okay, yeah. So I can't really read the chat. I have to move over because of my vision. So I'll just let you know. Try not to read chat because I'll be going like this a lot. I don't want to do it.
That's what I do sometimes too.
Oh, yeah. He's on Firefox. I do Firefox.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. On Firefox, okay. You have to do is, if you're on Firefox, you have to right click, go to the properties. What do you call that? The image, and when page properties, and list of pages with all, and you go to permissions, and you go down to camera, and have to go down there and say except for the blab.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Is Firefox doesn't remember the does not remember your settings. Yeah.
Okay.
But if you select the first time, it didn't come up a second time. I had to go in there and manually accept it, and my notification won't working either on Firefox.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't run Firefox on my laptop because it just runs too slow. I've had too much errors on it.
I've not.
It shows Pierre in here. I think we just can't see him. Maybe his camera's not working. Could you repeat about Cam Firefox? Okay. He needs you to repeat about the Firefox camera.
Is you right click on an empty spot and go down to the bottom. I forgot what it's called. Page information, and then you open a box up, and it will show you'll have permissions, media permissions, page settings. You go to permissions and scroll down. It's at the bottom for microphone and camera. Make sure it's accepted for blab.
Okay. I hope he gets it. Oh, he's really been trying so many times. I just hope he gets in. We'd love to talk with him after this challenge.
I think I can show you on the Android one for Firefox. It has the same kind of thing. The layout's different, but it's the same kind of permissions.
I'm glad we're doing this because I'm realizing now we're helping so many people. It's not just the two of us, Stephanie.
Yeah, and people, like you said, you're recording it, so people can go back and watch it if they want to and see what we all talked about, you know, as far as learning about how to do this. Yeah.
Right. That is just wonderful.
And people have had problems. Yeah.
It would give us a heads up.
Yeah, well, once he does come in, hopefully he didn't have any more video issues or audio issues. Even up on his computer.
Right. That is true.
Yeah, my laptop I have Waterfox, which is the 64-bit version of Firefox. And it's lightweight, and Blab doesn't want to run on that either on my laptop.
Okay.
Yeah, I can run it, but because my computer's slow, it takes longer to put.
He's trying with a different account. Okay, let me see now.
Well, I saw that. I was wondering. I was like, oh, there he is. But then I was like, no, that's a different Pierre. But what a coincidence that is. So it is the same Pierre. Okay.
Yeah, the account doesn't make a difference. It's not the account.
I'm going to follow him anyway. So if he ever does figure out how to get in, then he'll see, you know, maybe try to follow us, and we'll try to communicate with him another time at least, you know.
Definitely.
I would have to switch you guys to I'll have to switch you guys onto my tablet and do it that way, and then use on a computer to show them. But that's just a lot harder to do because I can't see it. I have an Android, so it would be hard for me to even do it that way. And let me check Firefox to see what
that's another thing. I've got the Blab on my phone, but I couldn't find it to put it on my iPad. So I know it's got to have one for iPad too.
I think he's in. Yeah. Hold on. I got a black screen.
Okay.
I think.
Then.
He's in. What is this?
We made it.
He is in.
What's on his screen?
Can you hear me?
There he is.
Oh,
is that you here in the corner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
That way.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, excellent.
You can hear me.
So why do we? Yes.
Oh, cool.
Now we have a question.
Yes.
Why do you have two screens? I'm seeing two screens.
Well, I'm testing this out because I'll be using this for when I do presentations. So basically, I created a game. It's a dollar system, physical dollars. Actually, let me just a sec.
Now that's interesting. So he has 2 screens, and I can use that for a presentation.
Yes, yes.
I know, that would be awesome.
Yeah, you have to download the software. You guys on PC then?
I have I'm on Mac, but I use eyeglasses.
You want to get in the hot tub because I got it turned on.
No suit.
I brought it inside. I think it's by the dresser.
So I'm using this app from because I'm on Mac, and there's an app. It's called Eyeglasses.
I got that one.
You have eyeglasses? Too? You have eyeglasses? No.
Oh, is that the Google glasses everybody keeps telling me about?
No. It's an app that for Mac users that allows you to control your camera, your webcam.
Uh-huh.
And then so basically with this app, I can just drag and drop in the app your MP3, MP4, whatever your .move, and then so it goes in the screen, and I can be in a little box or not. And if you do it properly, it's very quick. I can put my commercial in, and then if you want, I'll play you my commercial for my company, and then you could see if how well it works to make a presentation. Actually, it's like 2 minutes. You guys want to see it or not?
Sure.
Because I was hoping that would work, and it does work, and it's amazing to be able to use that.
Will that work for an iPad or an iPhone?
I just tested it for the first time, so listen to this and see if you. Oh, second. I'll start it from the beginning. Okay. Oh, it doesn't start from the beginning.
Okay, I'm going to write this down.
The other one for the PC is Manicam.
And when I need one.
It's called screen showing software is what it is, basically.
You can play the games as much as you want. I'll never ask you to turn off your video games again. All we have to do is play Pixel Time. From now on, kids will need Pixel Time dollars to buy playing time. To get those precious equal tasks.
No, not for iPad. Okay.
Things to do: dishes, recycling, cleaning, homework, reading, practicing musical instruments, and even playing outside. Because the reward will be today. If they have the dollars, they can play computer or video games as they want.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and go to somewhere else. Let you know.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming in, Aaron.
You're
We'll
welcome.
see you sometime on another blab.
Thanks, Aaron.
You're welcome.
Okay.
And webcam.
Wow. I feel like we got so much lessons today. It's wonderful.
Yeah. So you could hear the sound of the commercial, no problem?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, my concern to it was it going to jam or something like that? And then it seems to be doing fine.
Right.
So,
And that's the first time you tested it?
well, yeah, it's the first time that I'm on it today with you guys.
Wonderful. We're your testers.
I tried last time, but the sound wasn't working. So now it might seem it might be Chrome or something like that. So that's good experience. So because we'll have people trying to join in and maybe have the same thing. So it's good that they.
Okay, so I'm told by eMusic Cafe that it's not for iPad and iPhones, but it can work on PCs and I guess Macs.
Right.
So
The
only on our PCs.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. He's coming in right now. Mark, welcome. Hi, how are you?
Well, we can't hear you, Mark.
How about now?
Yeah.
Great, fabulous. Oh, love your microphone.
Give me a second here. I'm hearing background. I'm hearing me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to step out for a minute. Pam, my husband needs to show me something. I'm not leaving. I'm just walking away from the camera for a minute.
All right, we'll be right here. I'm learning from these guys. They're awesome.
He's like motioning for me to, I'll be right back.
Okay.
So did you guys have something scheduled, or you're just trying it out and whatever?
We haven't scheduled it officially, but we want to do a group forum on Sunday at 9 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. We're forming a group of aromatherapists and persons into essential oils, and we want to invite people to be a part of the discussion. So it'll be every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
But I mean, like right now, you're just checking things out?
Yes, we are all in the learning process. I've been on a few blabs, but my friend Stephanie, this is her first time, her first experience on blab at all. So we talked about all of the features.
Right.
We went around the screen, which she would see from her perspective. And I'm also showing her the host perspective so that she can host blabs herself in the event I'm not there or she's, the one available. So it's a learning curve for all of us.
Right. Me too. I'm going to have guests and things like that because you saw the commercial that I did. I did another major one with a young rock star, and I'm going to have that rock star as a guest. And then
wonderful.
So,
when are you doing that?
Sometime next week, but I'm going to be on it every day now on because I'm part of a big. I have friends that are big social media specialists, and Lisa Lartner, she's worth following.
Lisa Lartner?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Lisa Lartner.
Can you spell it?
Lisa.
Yes.
Larter.
Lartner or okay.
On my face.
I'll look it up.
Yeah. So they have one schedule, a big one actually, on Blab. They're quite used to it. They have one schedule on Blab Monday at 1 o'clock. So if you want to look it up, it should be under social media. And her and the other one, Maloney, as well, that's going to be on it. She's a bestseller of LinkedIn bestseller. She wrote the book Cracking the Code of LinkedIn, and so they'll be in on it Monday. So you can expect like over 200-300 people at least that's going to be watching this, and they are the one that introduced me actually to this platform and stuff like that, and they are on it every day. So myself, let's say I'll just tell you a bit what's my project is about, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. So maybe you'll tell me something or you'll learn something from it. So basically, like in my commercial, I designed some dollars, and then each dollars have funny characters on it, and then I have many of those. 9 kinds, 9 different types of dollars, and those dollars are untearable, waterproof, and then so they last forever. It's like real money. And so basically, what we do with that is that often the families, they have problems. The kids wants to play video games all the time. How much the gaming industry is big. So they want to play, but they don't want to help in the house. It's always arguing. Your bed is not done. Your homework is not done, and your things and stuff like that. So where we propose with this, and I'm the founder and I invented it about 5 years ago. I myself was a stepdad at one point, and as a stepdad, it's hard to have your say without getting in trouble in the family and stuff like that. So I
to get the children to obey you.
Say that again?
Get them to obey. It's hard to get them to obey the instructions.
Yes, and if you talk too loud or something like that, then the mother doesn't like that, the kids doesn't like that, you're not my father and everything. So that's how I invented it. So there's 3 basic rules. Rule number 1, now on, when you have the dollars, you can play video games as much as you want. Nobody can stop you. Nobody can say, I'm going to stop the computer, I'm going to unplug it, or if you have a punishment, no computer, no this, no that. The rule number 1, you can play as much as you want. Rule number 2 is that to be able to play, you need the dollars. And to get the dollars, you need to do your things. Homeworks, doing your recycling, garbage, and everything. So, like for myself, it was a miracle. Right, the next day, they would run all over to find things to do because the reward was today, now, to go play. And then, so when they want to play computer, so let's say they've done a bunch of things, they go to you, they say, you owe me $12, I did all those things, so you give them the dollar. And then if they want to play, let's say you decided that to play video games or something like that, it's $1 per 15 minutes. So they buy, let's say an hour, so they buy $4. So, and also all punishments are done through the dollars. So when they would come to me at dessert time, most of the transactions were at dessert time. They'd say, I've done this and this and this and this, and you owe me $12. But I'd say, okay, yeah, but you left the milk on the counter again. You shouldn't do that. So it's minus $2. Your boots were at the wrong place, minus $2. They'd be, no problem. So I'd give them their $8. And then they buy time to play the game. And then the next day, the milk wasn't on the counter and the boots were at the right place. I didn't have to say.
It's like a reinforcement program. It reinforces good behavior, positive
and
behavior.
There's a lot deeper to it. They learn how to manage money. You can even have them, let's say they want to always buy new gadgets and stuff like that, so they can exchange it for real money. So there's a huge program associated to it. So wonderful. But what I'm going to do with Blab is that many things. Like one of the thing is I'm going to interview, let's say, a family that is interested in the game. They don't have it yet, and then instead of emailing back and forth, I'm just going to ask them what's working in the house, what's not working, and things like that. I'll explain the game, and then every family is different. Some have problems with homeworks, some with chores, or some they pay for lessons, they don't do it and stuff like that. So that's part of how I'm going to use Blab, is like real consultation, and then so this way everybody can tell. And I'm going to have to also have follow-ups on people, let's say a week later or 2 weeks later, how much things have changed. And I know that's
a good idea.
How much is
I could have used that when my son was younger for homework, because he would say he did his homework, and then I'd find out a couple days later he didn't do his homework from his teacher. Gosh.
Oh yeah.
Got your homework done? Yeah. I don't believe you.
We got Mark in here. Mark wanted to get in on an earlier discussion. I want to hear from Mark. I see he's wearing a Meerkat emblem, and I have not tried that, but I've heard a lot about it. What can you tell us, Mark? Please share.
Yes. Well, I still got that sound. Hang on a second.
Meerkat is it's a social media platform too, eh?
Yeah, it is. It's live streaming, but it ends up being similar to Periscope. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Periscope.
Oh, that's how we got started.
Okay. Well, basically, it's the same as Periscope, in as much as both are live streaming. Periscope ends up being owned by Twitter. Meerkat is not owned by anybody other than the people that own Meerkat.
Okay.
So that's one difference. Twitter sort of cut part of the ties as far as actual integration with the graphs that Twitter uses. So you can't see that, but anything that's still liked or over on Meerkat, we call it restreamed, which would end up being a retweet. We call it restreamed so that Twitter doesn't come after us. And,
okay.
And I'm not totally associated with it. I actually just sell the merchandise for Meerkat, but I still can give you quite a bit of information regarding it.
Okay.
They've been around since the end of February. It ended up being announced at the Southwest event. That's when the app ended up being released. One difference between Periscope and Meerkat is Periscope, you've only got a matter of seconds there to actually see the comments and be able to respond to the comments. Over on Meerkat, you actually can scroll back into the comments so that you can interact slightly better, you know, with the people that are in the room. That's probably the biggest major thing that's between the two.
Question for you.
Yeah.
My question would be about this forum and the comments. Will we be able to see them after if we wanted to engage with one of the persons on the lab?
Actually, I'm not really sure how that really works. I think I have watched replays, but I don't really recall if, you know, how you would integrate what's happening on the side as to what, you know, an after show. In other words, I'm not really sure what you would see there as far as the comments. I don't think would be coming in at the same time. There must be some way though to still be able to see something. I'm going to have to, you know, somewhat check into that.
I think when I watched yours the other day, Pam, and I could be wrong, you know, because I've been doing so many different things, but I want to say that I saw that there were comments if I wanted to look at them. I mean, they weren't scrolling through like on Periscope, but I'm pretty sure on the side it showed people's names and comments, and I didn't bother looking at the comments. So I think there is. I could be wrong, but I thought
think
I
it's
saw
there
comments
too.
on the side.
I think it's there too, but as I said, I think everything that was there is still there. You just don't end up seeing it scrolling. So I don't think it necessarily would be in context. But the one good thing here, which as I showed you the question earlier, you know, the /Q, if you click on that questions, even right now, that is the only thing that you'll see. So if there were questions that were within a blab, even when you're a host, this is a really good thing to be able to go to, because now you're not seeing all the other stuff that's there. You're only seeing what questions might be asked.
So I just did a /Q. What is it for again? Sorry, Mark.
Well, if you click the question up at the very top, you know, you see all mentions and questions. You'll see my original one where I was showing them, and then what you just typed. So /Q makes it a question.
Okay.
/Q.
And then,
in the same way up on top, if let's say, I know this isn't related to where we were just going, but it's okay. /T, I'm sorry, /topic. I don't know if anybody knows this or all that. /topic will actually change the topic up on the top also.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But if you're in a recording, it's best to leave it as it is.
Definitely.
And then if you're going to like save the recording, you can go off the record, come actually out, and you know, start another blab. Let's say a minute or two before you actually are leaving, and say, here, go over to the other blab, which you can end up putting the address in, and then that would draw all the people that you do have here. And what that would allow is for that first blab recording to process and do whatever it's going to do, and now you can do an after show directly afterwards.
All right. I missed that last part. How do you do the last part of it?
Okay, you would end up starting another blab. You'd start another room, basically.
Okay.
And you'd go and say, you know, you'd get the link to the room, like up on top, what we have here right now. You'd grab that link, you'd put it down on the bottom, from that second blab. And then tell the people that, you're saving your recording, and could they please join you over in the after show area.
Okay. I'd have to test that.
So that way you can get your recording done. You're not carrying over a lot of extra stuff. You're the time and different things like that. It's going by the name that it is, and you can, like I said, start another blab that says, for instance, here, first blab getting familiar after show.
Ah, gotcha. Wonderful.
So Mark, you have a website where you specialize into helping with this?
No, not necessarily. My website basically ends up being on the Meerkat merchandise.
Say that again, please.
Meerkat merchandise. The app Meerkat, which that's the icon from it.
Mm-hmm.
I end up actually selling merchandise. I have all sorts of stuff, hats and cases, and phone cases, and all sorts of different stuff.
As an independent distributor?
Pardon?
As an independent distributor?
Yes.
What about tripods, like iPhone or phone tripods to hold your phone?
No, we don't have tripods, but we do carry most of the iPhone cases.
That's what I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find a tripod. I can't find one anywhere.
Amazon has got really cheap tripods.
I looked on there, and
there's
so many different ones. I don't even know what I'm looking for yet because I've never used one before. I almost ordered an adapter versus a tripod. Luckily, I looked at it. No, it's not even a tripod. It's an adapter for a tripod. So I don't even know which one to order. I got more confused looking at Amazon. So
where do you
and I got an iPhone 6 Plus. So I have to make sure it's going to hold a bigger phone,
Well, any of the bigger tripods, you can adjust them all the way from like 20-some inches all the way up to like 4 or 5 foot. So I mean, it ranges all the way up from being a very small tripod, small tripod, to being something that's really large that's on the floor.
Okay.
I'll tell you the options that I came up with. There is to put in your car. Some you can put on your vent.
Yeah.
Or you put on the window. So you could buy one of those. They're not expensive, and
That's
you
correct.
just plugged it into your screen, your computer screen. So this way you don't need a tripod.
Okay.
You could even set it on a table.
Right.
So
well, I originally bought one at Best Buy the other day that sits on your dash and it doesn't slide. It doesn't extend or anything, but it's just one for the car. And then it said iPhone 6 Plus, but then when I Googled it just to see if anybody had any problems with it, it said do not use because it was magnetic. So you put a magnet on the back of your phone, and then the thing was magnetic, and it said that iPhone 6 for some reason has problems with magnetic and not to use it.
Yeah,
So
no, if I was to get something like that, it would be something that would like stick to your windshield style. That way, like you said, it would stick to your screen on your computer, or like I'm saying, even a tabletop. It would hook to a tabletop or coffee table or anything else that you've got around to make it solid so that it'll sit, right in front of you.
Right.
So Mark, what are you doing on Blab? You're here to convert us?
No.
I'm not saying that in a mean way, but
no.
What is he doing on Blab?
Well, I'm on Blab as just a blabber, also, but we also have people as you guys are, or some of you are from Periscope. We also have meerkatters that end up coming over here too. As a matter of fact, Aaron that was here earlier, he's actually from over on Meerkat. So yeah, so there's multiple people that are over here on Blab.
Great, wonderful, welcome.
I'll have to look you up on Periscope too. Are you on Periscope?
Not very often. I have it on the phone, but I barely use it. I find being able to utilize the comments over on Meerkat is a little bit better than, you know, it seems like you've got a little bit more chance of personal conversation going on, even if it is them typing. You know what I mean? You're able to go into it. So.
I certainly appreciate you coming in this afternoon and sharing with us, because I definitely did learn a lot. And so here, the same goes to you, because if it weren't for you having the challenges of trying to get on earlier, I would not have known what to do. And I learned about your split screen for our purposes on Sunday and going forward. That may come in handy because we have recording. We also have PowerPoint presentations that we may want to show. I know I've done webinars where I kept the presentation, and learning about splitting the screen and showing that to the audience, that'll work fine on this platform. The other option for me would have been to go to Google Hangouts and then share my entire screen. But that's an option that will work for me.
Right. Yeah, Pamela, are you on PC or Mac? Did you say Mac?
I'm on PC.
Okay, on PC there's one. It's called ManyCam. That, you know, you'd want to practice with it a little bit as far as getting it going. But basically, it does exactly the same thing as the program that Pierre is using, but he's on a Mac.
Yeah, we had someone on a little while ago that mentioned that. I wrote that down.
Yeah, I mentioned that there's actually 2 of them for PC and 2 of them for Mac.
Do you have Mac also?
No, I don't have a Mac.
No. I said the app you mentioned works for Mac too.
Yeah, no, there's the other one for Mac is called Cam Twist.
Okay, I'll check it out, because right now my app is eyeglasses.
Right. There's one fellow that gets on. Matter of fact, he's, I guess, wrote books and different things. Tim McVeigh. Tim with 2 M's. And he'd be able to sort of fill you in. He ends up actually having where he utilizes both of those.
A little warning next time.
He uses the eyeglass thing or whatever along with the Cam Twist. So he actually ends up with more video options. So that'd be somebody to hook up with.
Yeah, I'll check them out. So maybe you can.
Here, I'll run my quick commercial.
Okay.
Cool. So you do which?
Share. Woo.
What app are you using to do this?
I'm using ManyCam, and basically I've got a roll that ends up that the pictures will change, I guess, probably about every 20 or 30 seconds. But the whole idea, and I haven't really done it as of yet, would be to actually have people from Meerkat coming over, and actually to be able to see the merchandise from here, and if they ended up wanting to have any discussion regarding any of it, that's what we could do. So.
But sorry, I didn't get which app are you using to do this? You said the Anycam?
It's called ManyCam, but that one is for PC.
Okay, ManyCam, and then you're using that.
But you should be able to put pictures into like a playlist, even on yours, and be able to scroll through, the pictures. So.
I like that.
I'm not doing anything at all. Although you can't see me, I'm not making that change. It's changing on its own. So.
Oh, it's like on a.
But if we want to see you, you can put yourself back in there.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay.
I like that.
Yeah,
and then that other one that I had here, you'd still be able to see me, and it's scrolling, but I still got stuff there. So.
Okay.
Wow.
I got like six separate ones that I can go
I got
to.
some shopping to do this weekend. Gotta get
Something
on
with
Amazon.
nothing, nothing there
We
at all.
sure got a bigger lesson than we bargained for, didn't we, Stephanie?
There's another one. So I got like
Yeah.
6 different screens that I can shoot to, depending on how I have them set up. So
Wow, that is awesome. I really appreciate you guys this afternoon. I did not expect this lesson, but it was a really valuable one.
I'm going to leave right now, but in the question test that I tried earlier, Blab, Meloni, Dodado.
Blab.
Yeah. You see Blab in Meloni Dodado? That's a question test that I did earlier. If you
I saw it. I saw a question from you. I don't know where it went, but it was there.
yeah.
On your top tab, if you click question.
I missed the whole how to do a question thing. I was looking around, but I don't see I don't know what you mean by slash.
/
Right underneath the Q.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it's usually
You
at.
put that
is a
in the
slash.
type. Put that in the type thing /
Right, and then a Q, the letter Q.
But on top of your,
Space, and then just
And then hit
type
enter?
whatever your question would be.
Ah, okay.
on top of your screen, do you see all mention and questions?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so if you click questions,
You'll only see the questions.
Be there.
yeah.
Gotcha.
So what I'm trying to tell you is that the question that I put there, Meloni Dodaro,
Yes.
that's the big one they're having Monday at 1:00. So maybe you want to keep the link.
Oh, thank you.
I think you're gonna enjoy it because that's going to be like pro blabbing.
Okay, thank you so much for that.
My pleasure.
I'm hoping that. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Nice to meet you,
I'm
Peter.
Thank you, and thank you,
Yeah.
Mark, for all your
Yeah.
advice.
No problem.
We'll be following you, Pierre.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
we
followed
will
you
follow you.
already.
Yes. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. Wow, that was interesting. Well,
Yeah.
well,
Great.
very, very, very informative. Very informative. That's why I like this platform. Had we been doing this on Periscope, I probably would have missed a lot of that information in the feed because it goes by so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fun. Periscope is fun. I'm not knocking it, but now I'm becoming more familiar with Blab. I think this forum will work great for what we want to do,
Right.
especially with that tidbit about sharing the screen.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I like a Periscope because I've made a lot of friends also that are traveling all over, and they live in France and wherever, and every day they show where they're living and what they're doing, and sunsets,
Right.
and this is the Eiffel Tower, and I'm enjoying those. And also the ones that we do where we're teaching people. But this is good too, because like you said, we can have, community chats, and learn from each other about all kinds of things, so.
Exactly. And what I would like to do tomorrow, I told you, is Blab from the expo that I'll be attending.
Yeah, I'll look
Now-
for you and see if I can get on. I gotta get
hope
it
you
working
get-
on my phone. I gotta get it working on my phone because if I'm not home, then I can look at it on my phone. If I'm not home and you blab, I won't be able to see it.
Well, I'm going to take the computer as well. I'm told that they do not have Wi-Fi in the hall that we're using for the expo.
Oh,
So I will have to feed off my phone.
right.
So it'll be something I'm testing.
Make sure you have
So
enough data.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would find out how much data you have because that's a mistake I made. I just signed up for Periscope, a newbie, and like 2 days later left to go on vacation. We were camping in the woods with no Wi-Fi, and I was using it and using it and using it. Next thing you know, I got a text message saying, you're almost used up all your data, and I was like, what? And it just rolled over on the 4th. So
Well,
now I have to blab
here's
or
a little
Periscope
secret.
or whatever with Wi-Fi.
Here's a little secret about phones and data. If you end up going into an area that doesn't actually have your particular carrier, you only have 500 megabytes of data
Right.
when you end up going outside of your
area.
yeah, your regular
Area.
area.
'Cause that's what happens to me when I go to the mountains in North Carolina. It's I'm roaming up there, so I
Yeah,
get 500 megabytes, and after that, boom.
Yeah. Last year I ended up going to Vancouver, and I live in Michigan, so it was a little bit of a ride, and I don't know, I got about halfway, and when I started heading through Montana, Montana doesn't have very many carriers at all, as far as they don't have too many cell towers or anything else throughout the whole state. And
it's away from the mountains.
Yeah, once you end up managing to get a connection, then it ends up being where you end up utilizing that 500 megabits or megabytes. And I ended up actually even calling them and saying, well, how much does it cost, you know, for me to increase it or whatever? And it was like $10 or $15 just for 500 more megabytes, which of course ended up going, mine ended up like disappearing just as quick as the first one did. So yeah, it's pretty bad.
That's the only thing I hate about traveling. I love traveling, but and I tell people before I leave, don't call me unless it's an emergency. Don't send me text messages. I turn off all my notifications so I don't get notifications from Facebook, Periscope, whatever, because that stuff uses up your data. Every text message, every notification. So I turn all of that stuff off, and I don't know how many people kept sending me messages, because I went to Tennessee where I actually got T-Mobile, and next thing you know, my phone's blowing up with all these messages, and I'm like, I told you guys not to even call. Nobody listens.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So you do have to be careful.
I have that problem that you're talking about. And for me, because I'm in the Bahamas, there's several islands and keys, and we do weekend hopping over to the other key or an island, and yeah, we have the same carrier throughout the islands, but some areas are dead zones, so I don't get service. And I had this experience going to an island called Abaco. It's like a 4-hour boat ride. We take off, everybody's got data on their phone. We get out in the middle of the ocean and everything goes dead, right? So we're like, can anybody call anybody? No. Can anybody get data? No. He said, you mean we're out in the middle of the ocean with no communication?
Yep. Not a good thing.
But luckily for us, the boat was running fine. It was a nice sized boat. We had air conditioning. We were all there, and we just relaxed. And in 4 hours.
Well, in most cases, the boats usually still have a radio for Marines.
Yes.
So.
Exactly, but we couldn't use it. It's for them. It's for the captain.
Yeah.
So that was the funny thing for us, discovering that going off on a boat one day. Yeah, but it kicks in once we get to the next island. But there's a spot between islands. If you're on a boat, you're gonna lose communication with your cell phone. So that was eye-opening for me.
So we got a question on the side here. It says, Pamela, how's your first blab going?
I did. Didn't I answer?
Oh, I didn't know you did.
Yeah, I did. Fabulous. I saw her. Thank you so much for that. And what she says,
it's
careful. It can be
addictive. Well, we're new to Periscope, so I'm addicted. I don't get anything done. Because everybody I'm following, my phone goes off all day long. I'm like, oh, I want to watch that. Oh, I want to watch that. So I'm not getting as much stuff done anymore. So I hope I don't get addicted to blab, but I can see how easy it could be very addictive, because I'm actually enjoying the interaction and actually seeing people and other people being able to make comments. I kind of like it.
Yeah, this one does draw you in slightly. That's
okay.
Sure.
Well,
you know what? I started to tell you what was eye-opening for me was, well, two things. It was seeing the persons, and then the fact that we get an immediate response to whatever they're
that's the other side of it. I mean, you're able to talk to people that are completely around on the other side of the earth. You know what I'm saying? I've talked to people in India. Wow. I've talked to people in Australia, and it's right now. It's, you know, just like we're talking right now. It's exactly the same way. I mean, what I've done. Phil wants to join us. He's an internet entrepreneur. Sure, Phil. I don't have any objection.
The thing I wanted to say is I had to set a schedule. Hey, Phil, how are you? Welcome.
I'm good. I'm in England, so that's a bit further away.
Wow.
Just with my daughter, who's potentially a future user of this as the norm.
Okay.
Is this your first time on Blab, or you've been using Blab?
No, I've been using it a fair bit. I've been using it for business reasons. I've done a few debates and chats about digital marketing and consultancy sort of stuff that I do, and then just chipping in a few times with people talking about different things. So about a couple of weeks, that's all.
Same here. We're very new as well. We're just about to start a weekly blab about aromatherapy, and we wanted to test the platform to see how we can make it work for us. I've been on about 2 weeks now, and I've set schedules. I do a 8 a.m. and a 1 p.m.
Yeah, it's a fantastic way of communicating, and it's very...
Uh-oh, we're losing Phil.
We're losing
We lost Phil.
Yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, setting the schedule and trying to stick to it.
You may have to
That's
kick
why
him
I'm
out
not doing
before he can come back. You might have to kick him before he can come back.
Okay.
Back in, Phil.
Okay, there you are.
I don't know whether the internet here is particularly good.
Your voice is breaking up, Phil. Can you hear us?
I can't hear you. I don't think he can hear us.
And
I mean, it might be his Wi-Fi or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's freezing too.
Yeah.
But setting the schedule and trying to stick to it helps me avoid doing those extended stays. You know.
Well, I tried to plan one where I said I'm going to do this at 7 o'clock, and then things happen, a big deal. But I have to say, on a personal level, it stressed me out because I knew I was already running late, and I knew people were waiting, and then I had company showing up and dinner still in the oven, and I mean, everything went okay once I got on and everything and did my Periscope. But a lot of people do say, hey, I go on like you, Pam, at 8 and 1. So it's good to know because I know when to look for you. So that does help. But for me, I'm not ready to do the scheduling thing because I never know from day to day. I work from home myself. I'm a network marketer and personal trainer, and I never know, especially at personal training, when I'm going to be at the gym. So I try to have my own gym time and then other people's gym time. And if somebody says, hey, can you go to the gym with me tomorrow at 2? I'm like, sure, so I can I don't think I'm interested in doing the scheduling thing yet with Periscope anyway, because it's just, I don't want to feel like I got to be stressed out every day knowing that I got to be there at a certain time. And
actually, Pam, you're further ahead than me.
Why? How is that?
Well, actually, I've done plenty of streams over on Meerkat. I've been in other people's conversations.
Hello. Hi, Assad.
Hi, Assad.
Hello.
Oh, it's a kid. Welcome. It's night where he's at.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think we want to indulge in this conversation. It's just one I say thank you for joining. Goodbye.
Yep.
Bye.
He's got kids with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
well, he's the kid.
Yeah, yeah. So as I was saying, I've actually been in other labs, but as far as me actually setting up a blab and actually, doing one to where I've actually got it scheduled over here and everything else, I haven't done that either. I mean, I actually haven't even been the host of any blab. So
really?
We're gonna try one. We're gonna try one Sunday night. We're gonna, and you can set it up ahead of time. Did you see that, Pam, where you can schedule the blab for Sunday night? I saw it on my app, and it says
when you
can go
first
live,
come in,
and it says schedule, and then even on the app you can go to schedule events and see which ones you want to go to. So you got to set it up ahead of time so people can look at it.
You know how when you came in, it ended up saying, do you want to blab now or later?
Yes.
If you say later, then it'll end up giving you the time that you want to schedule and when, what day you want to schedule and everything else.
We'll be ready for Sunday night.
Right.
Like football.
I can set my schedule for daily as well for my 8 a.m. and my 1. Oh,
Absolutely.
wow.
Yep.
There you go. That just took.
And as a matter of fact, they say, you know, there again, I'm regurgitating things that I've ended up hearing because I've been here close to 80 some days on Blab.
Okay.
I've been here that long and still haven't hosted one.
Really?
See that? Although I got all the tricks and everything else, you know.
And that's what you can blab about. All the things I've learned about Blab. There you go.
Right.
In 80 some days.
Yeah.
And look at how many people you're probably going to get on there. Just put blab tips.
Yep,
and then you'll have like 100 people like getting in, wanting to know how to do all this stuff.
Right.
See?
You could get paid for all the knowledge you have.
Yeah.
And you look like a professional with the earphones and stuff, like you're all ready to go.
Well, actually, I've had these for years, and this I picked up. Actually, it's a fairly inexpensive mic. I think I paid $46 for it. It was from Amazon. I believe it's a ATR 1200. It's a Audio Technica mic. Mm-hmm. And as you can hear, it's got pretty good sound quality.
Definitely.
And it's recommended as a like an entry level type of mic. It hooks directly to your PC by USB. So it still would end up hooking up to a regular PA system. Also, it comes with the cord to be able to do that also. But like I said, it hooks directly right to my PC. I plug it in with the USB, and that's it. That's all there is to it. So,
wow. So I'm gonna schedule us for Sunday night, Stephanie, at 9 p.m. Barring any unforeseen circumstances, and hoping I'm dead beat by 5 p.m. on Saturday after the expo.
Well, and that's the reason why I don't do periscopes at night, because I've thought about it. I've done the 7 o'clock or whatever, and that was enough for me. But there's been a few I told people, yeah, they kept saying, "Are you going to scope tonight?" And I said, "Yeah." You know, they kind of talked me into it. And then when it was at, you know, getting later, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I was tired. I just wasn't. I'm a morning person, so by then I'm like pajamas. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to even be on screen or talk. I don't have that. I don't have like a real bubbly personality like some of those Perry girls do anyway, but I definitely at night am completely low key, you know, and I don't want to bore anybody, but I have not done any nighttime ones because I get too tired. I'm too tired.
And sometimes I'm like that in the morning. You think I get up and put on makeup and, you know, face the world? Some mornings I get up there and I show you Pamela. You know,
I don't hardly have any on myself right now. So I was in the pool before we started doing.
Yeah, I don't have hardly any on either.
Mark, you're a mess. But Mark, you really want to see some good cooking, quick and easy, kitchen tips from Stephanie. Tune into one of her cooking blabs.
Well, I'm actually hooked up. You know, I'm following both of you, so
same here.
You know, I'll be checking you out.
Blabs. She make your mouth water, and you want to go over to the house and say, "Open that door, girl! I want some of that." And she's taught me.
And they're quick and they're easy recipes. You can do them 15 minutes tops. You know, so and make a really great meal. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do them on Blab now.
Yeah, I've been cooking all my life most of my life. And I've been teaching about essential oils on a low key from about 7 years now. I have never in 7 years cooked with essential oils until I met this lady. And she talks about how great the food tastes, how it smells, and when you see it, you know it's delicious. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to look into this. I can't be closed-minded and say, "Oh, you don't ingest," you know.
Those flavors just explode in your mouth. It's so good, you know.
Exactly, and there are different grades of oil, so we are learning from each other. I'm looking at the therapeutic side of it. She's teaching me about cooking with it, and there's so many things you could do with these oils. They are helpful to you in so many ways. You can do massages. You can do rubs for muscle ache, muscle pain. You can cure insomnia. Oh my goodness, the list goes on. I had a parent come to me and ask me about 2 essential oils for her child that was suffering with ADHD. Not suffering, but who lives with ADHD.
Right.
So it's a school and it's so
the parent that's suffering.
The parent is suffering is right. So she said,
well, like my neighbor has a cold right now, and I told him I was going to run over my diffuser and some oils for him to take. He can take internally. That's going to help get rid of that cold. You know.
Definitely. And if you just want to relax, these oils are wonderful. And there are so many people who don't know the benefits, who are running to the doctor just for a cold and paying hundreds of dollars and have these things in your cabinet. You know, you just need to know how to use them.
Exactly.
And that's the message we want to bring to people. And I think this platform will serve us really well.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So we're going to start on Sunday night at 9 and do a weekly forum, you know, for people who don't know about essential oils and want to learn, and just have different people from the community that work with oils. So we're gonna try it. Our first one on Sunday night at 9, like she said, barring any other, you know.
I'll be trying to check it out.
Since you're following us, you'll get our notification, or her notification, Pam's.
And I'm gonna put a notice also on Facebook and Twitter, so I'll send it out in advance. So.
Who's playing Sunday night football? I have to see if I can make it.
You better run that in the background. While you're talking, say, hold on one second.
I don't know. I'll be watching Pam, so.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
You need to turn to the side and say, "Oh, touchdown!" Oh, back to us.
I got a T. If I got to do it from the computer, my TV's right there. So if you see me like looking up the whole time, I'm watching football.
Oh gosh, you can do this.
I start yelling when I watch football too. So I'm like, "What? Are you kidding me? What was that?"
You know, I was never a football fan in my house. When I was younger, it was my mom. She participated in, and she was a nurse, believe this or not. My mom used to call up her brothers and her friends from work, and they had this football pool going on. So on Sunday, when I want to watch whatever, maybe a Lifetime or something, my mom used to be the one in the house. Turn that channel, girl. Let's watch this game.
It's the way it is at my house, too. None of my kids are into football. My youngest son just now signed up for the football team in his high school, but they don't watch it. They don't watch it at all. But me and my husband like to watch it, so. And I always have. My mom still tells everybody I was like 8 years old watching football and still screaming at the television. She'd be running in to see what I was screaming about. And I was like 8, 10 years old yelling at the team because they just made a mistake or a touchdown or something, you know. Now there's a little foul language that goes along with it. Not when I was 10, but.
I can just imagine. But it was such a pleasure talking to you all today. I've learned so much. And I do appreciate everybody who was on the scope today. And what can I say? I'm excited about starting on Sunday.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm glad I got it working on my laptop here. So I'll keep playing with my phone to see if I can get it working. Maybe I got to download Chrome on my iPhone too for it to work. I don't know.
You have to.
Oh, will I?
Yeah.
Okay, because I can get on and I can see the blab, and then when I click on, it just crashes.
Aaron was saying earlier, it's either got to be Chrome or Firefox.
Okay.
Right, even on an iPhone. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Although there is for the iPhone, there's actually the app for it.
I have it, yeah, and it kept crashing today. It might just be today not working. I don't know. But because I actually went in the other day and watched one of her blabs, not live, it was recorded, and had no problem. But now when I kept trying to join this this blab, it would act like it was gonna, and she could see me trying to come in, and then it would my iPhone would just the whole app.
Maybe when you initially had turned it on, you ended up not accepting the authorizations for the camera or the audio, the microphone. So you might have to check your settings on your iPad or iPhone to see whether or not, you've authorized those settings for Blab.
All right. That's a good idea. I'll look at that too then. Okay. All right, you guys. Well, thank you. I'm going to go eat now. I'm hungry.
All right.
Thank you for the information. Bye.
No problem. Bye.